In 2008, somebody stole the Empire State Building. This is unimportant.
Guaranteed to not change your life. This is the Unimportant Podcast.
Welcome to the Unimportant Podcast. My name is Joe Bob. That is Anthony. And apparently, about 10 years ago, the famous Empire State Building was stolen somehow?
Yes, it sounds impossible.
I don't think it is. I don't
Stealing the
believe you.
Empire State Building is impossible, but it happened.
Okay.
It really happened.
It seems a little bit big to move.
It didn't go anywhere.
Okay, so...
It changed hands. Oh. It got a new owner, but the owner was not aware until it was too late.
Oh, no. That's how you got... The deed got stolen?
So check this out. So in 2008, I think it was November, some journalists from the New York Daily News, they go into the city registrar's office with paperwork saying that they had purchased the Empire State Building.
Outright?
That the deed was to be transferred to Nellott's Properties, LLC.
Wait, so the newspaper had proof that they themselves purchased it or somebody purchased it?
They just went in there and asked the deed to be transferred from the Empire State Land Associates, who owns the Empire State Building, to Nellott's Properties, LLC.
And the
papers were submitted to the city registrar, and even though there were some laughable hints within the documents, it wasn't noticed. For one, so what does Nellott's spell backwards?
I don't know.
It spells stolen.
No, and the registrar just took it as thank you for submitting
The witness to the
this.
transaction was Faye Ray, who was the actress who played the leading role in the original 1933 King Kong film.
Oh, so she has, she has a stake to it.
Yeah,
that's her property now because King Kong and stuff.
The papers were submitted on a Monday morning, and 90 minutes later, they received the stamp of approval, and the Empire State Building now belonged to Nellott's Properties, LLC.
You've got to be kidding me. That's just oversight. That's what that is, right?
Basically, the whole thing was a stunt.
Well, obviously, because I don't think you're going to get away with that long term. But
the whole thing was a stunt to basically expose that the city registrar clerks were not required to verify any information. They just got stuff across their desk and filled out the paperwork and stamped it off.
So basically, they're trying to bring to light a thing that we all know is that the government is bad at things.
Yeah, and so what was happening is this was happening a bunch. And the New York Daily News had gotten stories about this, about people going, signing over the property, signing properties over to themselves or fake companies from other people, and then going and getting a mortgage on the property and disappearing.
Oh, no way. It happened. That makes sense.
It had happened dozens of times.
I wonder, too, if that's because New York, obviously, that whole area, it's pretty mobbed up, and you've got these big-time building owners, and they push around the city, and then, the mob pushes around the different people that they want to push around, and I wonder if that's part of it. What if that's the whole part of the how the city has become so lax on letting things kind of go through?
I don't know.
So what you're saying is they would transfer the title and then draw down a mortgage from a lender as using the property as collateral and then bounce.
Yep.
Holy crap.
So this had happened a bunch of times.
That is brilliant.
And so the people at the Daily News are basically trying to call this out hey, this needs to be fixed. This is a big problem. And so they stole the Empire State Building in that exact same method.
Probably nobody listened to them. They were like, we're not gonna do that. And then all of a sudden,
then the next day, the front page of the Daily News was, "We now own the Empire State Building." We stole the Empire State Building.
How did they get it back?
They just gave it back, signed it back over.
Well, yeah. I wonder if they needed to, because if you put the paperwork through. Because what the Empire State Building is owned by the city, correct? Or some entity that owns the city. Or
Empire State Land Associates.
Yeah, so some sort of public. Yeah. I would think. I don't think it's privately owned.
I actually don't know.
Maybe it is.
It says it's owned by the Empire State Land Associates, which kind of sounds private, but I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it is. But I mean, if it were city owned and they just gave it away,
yeah.
What recourse do you have?
I have no. They did give it back.
I understand they gave it back.
The original owner got it back.
I understand they gave it back, but I'm wondering, like, if I did that to, I don't know, the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, and they put the paperwork through, and I said, haha, this is a joke, and they were like, haha, that was funny, give it back. What would happen if I said no?
Nah.
You can buy it back
I'm
from
gonna
me.
keep it.
Yeah, what happens then? I mean,
what color? If you own the Golden State Bridge, what color would you paint it?
I'd paint it gold because it should be painted gold. The stupid thing is red. I don't know if you've seen pictures of the Golden Gate Bridge, but it is red. There's nothing gold about it. I understand the whole metaphor of this is the gateway to, I don't know, whatever. It should be gold.
I'd go straight purple. This is unimportant.
Thanks for tuning into this episode of the podcast. If you want to make a difference and change the world, probably listen to something else.